Imagine this. You are hiking alone in a remote part of the wilderness when you suddenly realize you've lost your way. The trail you've been following has vanished, swallowed by the dense undergrowth. The sun is sinking lower in the sky, and the familiar sounds of the forest are replaced by the eerie silence of the unknown. You're in an unexpected wilderness encounter, a situation that can happen to anyone, no matter how experienced or prepared you might be. This is not a moment for panic, it's a moment for clarity, a time to remember that the wilderness is not your enemy but a challenge to be navigated. It's in these unexpected encounters that the value of wilderness survival skills becomes apparent. They are not just a list of techniques or a set of instructions to be followed, they are a lifeline, a beacon guiding you back to safety when all other paths are obscured. In the vast expanse of the wilderness, the unexpected can become your reality in the blink of an eye. A sudden shift in the weather, a misplaced step, a forgotten map. These small missteps can quickly escalate into a full-blown survival situation. It's in these instances that knowing how to stay calm, signal for help, find shelter, water and food, build a fire, and maintain a positive attitude can be the difference between despair and hope, between being lost and finding your way back. Wilderness survival skills are more than just a tool for the adventurous. They are a way to understand and respect the power of nature, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit in the face of adversity. They remind us that even in the most dire of circumstances, we have the capacity to survive, to adapt, and to overcome. In this scenario, survival skills can be the thin line between life and death. When faced with a survival situation, the first priority is to stay calm. This is easier said than done, but it's crucial. Panic can cloud your judgment, leading you down a path of hasty and potentially dangerous decisions. So how do we control this instinctual reaction? First, take a deep breath. It sounds simple, but deep breathing can help slow your heart rate and reduce anxiety. Feel the cool air entering your lungs, and as you exhale, visualize your fears and panic leaving your body. Second, acknowledge your situation. Awareness is the first step towards action. Assess your surroundings, gauge your immediate needs, and plan your next steps. Lastly, keep perspective. Remember, humans have been surviving in the wilderness for millennia. You are stronger and more capable than you think. Your mental state can either be your biggest asset or your greatest liability. In the eye of the storm, be the calm. Remember, a calm mind is a resourceful mind. Once you've got your wits about you, it's time to focus on the basics: shelter, water, and food. First and foremost, let's talk shelter. It's the thing that stands between you and the elements. Natural shelters such as caves or rock overhangs can offer immediate protection. If those aren't readily available, you can construct a simple lean-to with branches and debris. The key here is to minimize exposure to harsh weather conditions and to conserve and maintain your body heat. Next on the survival checklist is water. You can't last more than a few days without it. Look for flowing water, such as streams or rivers. If these aren't within reach, don't worry, Mother Nature has your back. Collecting rainwater in leaves or containers can also do the trick. But remember, not all water is safe to drink as is. To ensure it's potable, boil it for at least a minute. This can kill most pathogens and make the water safe to consume. Finally, let's talk about food. While your body can survive for weeks without it, having food can maintain your energy levels and keep your spirits up. If you're in a plant-rich environment, there's a good chance you can find edible plants, fruits, and nuts. But here's a golden rule: don't consume anything you can't confidently identify as safe. If plants aren't an option, insects and small animals can also provide necessary nutrients. They may not be gourmet fare, but they're protein-packed and can keep you going. So, there you have it: shelter to protect you, water to hydrate you, and food to sustain you. These are your lifelines in the wilderness. They're the basics, but they're also the most essential. Remember, survival isn't about thriving, it's about enduring. And with these lifelines secured, you're well on your way to doing just that. Securing these essentials can greatly increase your chances of survival. The next step is to build a fire and signal for help. Fire serves multiple purposes: warmth, light, cooking, and most importantly, signaling. To create a fire, gather dry tinder, kindling, and firewood. Starting a fire can be done with a flint and steel or a bow drill. Once you have a blaze going, it's time to signal. A fire in a clearing or on a hilltop can catch a rescuer's attention from miles away. A good fire can be a lifesaver, both as a heat source and a signal. Lastly, never underestimate the power of a positive attitude. In the throes of wilderness survival, when the elements are unpredictable and resources scarce, positivity is your compass. It fuels resilience, sharpens your resourcefulness, and keeps you anchored. It's the silent cheerleader that whispers, "You can do this." It's the spark that turns a pile of twigs into a life-saving fire. It's the beacon that guides you through the darkest nights. In the wilderness, your attitude can be your strongest ally.